Hi everybody, Baruch Hashem. Here we are on the night of the Yosef, of note other than the famous Bat Ayin who's buried in Sfat. B'ezrat Hashem, the Shiur should be a Neshama for him, who didn't have any kids, and whoever could do a Suda for him and to read his books. It's a very good way of getting all the Yeshua, because he has promised that whoever does read his books and does a Suda, does a with the Torah, then he will definitely pray for him in Shamayim for his needs. Okay, with that we're going to start with Hashem, Parashah Vayishlach. We know that all these Parashiyot leading up to Chanukah, which is only a few weeks away, it's all about preparing to fight against the Hellenistic ideology that the Greeks had and still is murmuring in our generation, that they wanted to take us out of Judaism and away from the Torah. Not just us, but also our kids. So let's see how this is in this week's Parashah and last week's Parashah, and how we could prepare for Chanukah to learn from the lessons of these Parashiyot, and to come to Chanukah with the right intentions and the right ideology to save ourselves and our kids. We actually want to start from towards the end of last week's Parashah, Parashat Vayishlach. We see that after Yaakov Avinu, he's married to his wives, and he wants to go back. He has 11 kids already, and Hashem actually told him to go back. We see a pasuk that's very strange in our eyes. He calls out to Rahel and Leah to come to the field where he's working. And over there, he gives them the whole history of the last 20 years. How he came and he was very honest, and how their father tried to cheat him 100 times, back and forth. And he never moved away from the truth. And he did his best to do what he needs to do in order to be a nice working man. And not go away from the truth. And then he says, but you guys know that your father really just turn everything around, and it's time to go. We can't be here anymore. And by the way, God told me also last night in a dream, it's time to go. Hello? What's the most important part over here? God told you to go. You get up and go. What is this history business? Go back 20 years. This is what happened. Your father cheated me. And it's time to go because, it's not a good influence here. God told you to go. You go. It's very simple. ABC. 2 + 2 = 4. And what's more strange, Rahel and Leah, they also go over the history. Yes, you're right. Our father is a very, is a crook. And we saw how he tried to fool you 100 times. And he also, when he came to us, he threw us away, we were like strangers in his house. He didn't care about us. What kind of father was he? So whatever God told you to do. Again, we're talking about very, very holy people here. They come and they should say, whatever God told you to do, let's do. What is this history business going over here? Our father, business, plan, crook. Stick with the main thing and put away everything that's not in the main thing. So over here, this I heard from Rav Dan and Moshe. This is a very important lesson for life. When a person is trying to move away from a cancer, over here a spiritual cancer, and he wants to go in the right regimen, he has to separate himself and sever all his relationship to the causes of the cancer, which in this case was Lavan and the influence that he was trying to have on Yaakov's family, especially on the children. God telling him to go away is not enough reason to sever the relationship once and for all. Because they say, okay, we moved away because God told us to move away. But maybe we could come back once a month. Maybe Grandpa, loved one, wants to come visit once a month. So let him come. It's okay. No, it's not okay. When it comes to spiritual detriments, especially when it comes to family purity, Shalom Bayit. And especially to the education of the kids, you have to sever your ties with bad influences. It's not enough that God told me to do so. Because they could come back. The Yitzhar is very smart. He says, don't worry, go away. I'll come and visit you once a month. And that once a month when he comes over, he's ruining your family with his nonsense, his atheist beliefs, his lefty liberal garbage, waving his iPhones toward the kids. The iPhones that don't have any blocks on them when you're not looking. And then all your years of educating your kids could go down in the drain in 1 hour. Because you didn't want to sever your tongue. Oh, but Rabbi, it's not nice. It's grandpa. It's my uncle. It's my this, my that. Habibi, it's better to have a not nice moment today and have a life worth of a nice life for the rest of your life. I'll repeat that. It's better off to be a little uncomfortable today and not be so nice so that you'll have a comfortable spiritual life for the rest of your life. A lot of lives get ruined because you want to be politically correct, because you want to be nice, because you want to have the influences. It's not nice. You can't push them off. But you're ruining your family. You're ruining your kids. And then tomorrow, when you look back, what happened to my Shalom Bayit? What happened to my kids? It's because you wanted to be nice yesterday. So you ruined your whole future. Oh, but Rabbi, come on, it's grandpa, grandma. So I became religious. That means that they have to suffer, or I have to suffer and have to see them? Okay, you have to be smart. You have to set rules. If they do come over, you have to tell them that you have to come in the dress code that we're used to, according to the Torah. You come to my turf, you have to act like the way that I am acting in my house, according to my ideology. Whatever you do and you want to ruin your life outside, leave it out the door. But in my house, and in my turf, you got to follow the rules that we follow. And that's the rules of the Torah. We didn't make it up. God told us if you want to have a kosher life, you want to have a successful life, you want to have nacha for your children, follow the book. So when you come to my house, you have to sever all the ties with all the junk that's outside. You wear the dress code, no iPhones next to the kids, no talking nonsense to the kids. Oh, come on, send them to me this and that and that. Why is it sitting and learning all day? It's none of your business. This is the way that we live our lives according to the Torah. Just because you have followed that path, and most of the times these people are not happy, and you come over here and you want us to do the same thing, no, it doesn't go. It doesn't go. That's what Yaakov and Rahel and Leah are teaching us over here. Let's get away and sever the ties from this Rasha Lavan. But does Lavan give up? No. He runs after them. Grandpa Lavan, he's running after them. Wants to put all this energy and all this atheism and all this epicurus and all this junk into the kids, to the grandkids. Catches it to Yaakov. Yaakov doesn't let him come close. But unfortunately, one thing does happen. After Yaakov still tries to stay away from him, and they make a pact to do so, by the way, all of a sudden Lavan gets up early in the morning. And before Yaakov could catch him, he goes and kisses the kids. And Chazal tell us, our sages tell us, with those kisses, he injected in them all the kofrim and all the atheism and the communism, all the bad stuff that came out of Judaism. Because he knew if he could get them, get the kids, they could get the future. But it wasn't too late. Baruch Hashem, Yaakov Avinu tried to get all the garbage out of them, and he took them straight to Sukkot. A place called Sukkot. What is this place called Sukkot? Sukkot means Sukkot, that was the name of the city. But not long ago we had Sukkot, the holiday of Sukkot. Sukkot was the time that we went out of our mansions, all the materialism, and we went to a hut for 7 days. Very down to earth, nothing, fancy. But we came out so happy. We felt like the Shekhinah was all around us. The Sukkot of today is the Bet Knesset. It's the Talmud Torah. It's the Beit Yaakov that you send your kids to. It's the Noah's Ark of today. And if you let the garbage of everything outside come and influence your house, then you're letting Laban into the house. You're letting the kisses of that Rasha influence you and your wife and your kids. And that's not what we want. And that's what Hanukkah is all about. Hanukkah is about chasing away the influence of Laban, the influence of Esav, all the garbage. Esav also, he fought with Yaakov. He saw that he couldn't get a hold of him. So he knocked him on his foot, the place where the kids come out. He went after the kids. The kids today, they don't know if they're a female or male. That's what they teach them in schools. We have to keep them in the sukkah. We have to keep the kids in the Talmudei Torah, not in public schools. We have to take the iPhones away from them, especially without blocks. It's ruining their minds. Also the families. They're not talking to each other. What a waste of time. Leave it in business. Leave it at work. Don't let Esav and Lavan into your house. That's what the Greeks wanted. But Am Yisrael, we took Yaakov Avinu's advice. We stay in Sukkot. We stay in the Beit Midrash and the Beit Knesset. We stay in Noah's holy ark until the Mashiach comes. And that's the only way we're going to be saved. Be'ezrat Hashem, we should take these influences of Yaakov, Rahel and Leah and kick away Lavan and Esav and stay in the Sukkah of the spirituality of Noah's ark until Mashiach comes. Amen.